Hello and welcome everybody. This will be a new series-ish thing, and this is designed to help people who are new to Minecraft. So the first thing you're going to do is see these buttons if you're playing 1.8. Actually, why did I choose 1.8.9? I'm just going to choose a version that most people are going to be playing on. 1.18.1. Everybody has that version. That's the version that we're going to be playing on. So this is what Minecraft looks like to all of those who are currently joining. By the way, I'm choosing the latest version as of recording. Now, snapshots also exist, but I'm not even going to talk about video settings that you could change. We're just going to turn this down, and turn this one for this version. And close down that. And, alright, so what you're going to do is just click the single player button, and then it'll bring you to this menu immediately. And so it is. We're just going to name it whatever you want to name it. Okay, then I'm just going to set this to easy here. Best difficulty to begin with. It gives you everything that you could want, plus it's a bit easier. First up, do not change any of this stuff. I'm going to walk you through the basics of Minecraft. Now, I'm assuming you've used most applications, and if you open, most people open by double-clicking. This. That's what we're going to call our attack button. So I'm actually just going to call them what they're called. Mouse 1, Mouse 2, and Mouse 3. Scroll wheel is Mouse 3. And I'm sure you can figure this out. Left click is how you navigate through this stuff. Right click is how you're going to be able to place blocks. Nothing happens here if you use that. We're just going to type in the name and begin. By the way, each episode will be as long as I think is necessary for the basics. So let's start off with your first day. Let's talk about all of the simple stuff that you're going to want to learn. By the way, this is not like I'm going to be using a fresh install. I'm going to teach you how to customize some settings real quick. That's going to be the first thing that you want to do. But while we're waiting for this to load, could you like and subscribe? Thanks. Helps out a ton, and it will be great for all you Minecraft new players. I have an FPS count in the corner. Most people don't, so I'm just gonna turn that off. So once it finishes loading, which it should any time now, alright. Now I'll walk you through the basics. W, A, S, and D are the movement keys. I'm gonna show you the seed real quick. How I access this was just clicking slash, which wasn't that'll be the seed will be in the description, and you can just use that. And I will not do any cuts. The first thing you're gonna do is head over to the options button. Actually, real quick, I'm just gonna Okay, so now I fixed something up. I'm going to talk about FOV in the first episode mainly. WASD to move. WASD should be pretty easy. W moves forward, S moves backwards, A and D move left and right. A moves left, D moves right. The first thing that I really recommend doing is heading to controls and clicking on the auto jump 1 button. Another thing is heading to visuals and turn this up. I'm using Quake Pro. You don't have to, you can use 90 or whatever you prefer. I'm going to use the most popular FOV, 90. This is what most people use. So there you go. We're going to use 90 as that's what most people do use. Hold down mouse 1 with the left button to break down the tree. Now, if you're using the same seed as me, after you've collected the 5 wood, hover over it and it'll say oak log or log of any type. Click on it. And now you can drag it over here and do all kinds of stuff. What we're going to do is just click on this. Just click it out. You can click or shift click. I recommend just shift clicking there. Now, for the first major crafting recipe, you're going to hold down your mouse 2 and till you get something that looks like this. This is the crafting recipe for a crafting table and some sticks. By the way, if you click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you can, by the way, Q is throwing, E is inventory, and T is chop. That's some pretty basic stuff that you're going to need to know. The Q is drop. E is inventory. You're going to be using this a lot. Ooh. And T is chat. As you can see, you can use slash to open it up as well, but there's these. Let's use slash me. Or slash C. That's what I just recommend doing. And I'm just going to copy that down by clicking on it. Now we're going to place down our crafting table by using mouse 2. And we're just going to make a pickaxe. Like so. Now the best place to build your house, and I know that this is the best place to build a house, at least on the sea, this is an actually amazing place to build a house. We are near a cave, and we're near some easy to get resources. Dig it down until you find stone like so. As you can see, I found stone. I'm just going to do this. Now, until I know that it's best, by the way, if you click control, you can access this. You can screenshot by clicking F2 plus control, F3 with control, F4 does nothing, F5 changes your perspective, F6 does nothing, but mainly most of these do nothing. Now, let's talk about advancements. Right now, this is pretty basic. You'll have Stone Age, gain an upgrade, and acquire hardware in your path. But as you go on, these will continue to get bigger. Now, this is just a preference, but I recommend doing this once you get to where you want your house to be. Dig down 2 from where you really want, from where you dug those holes. I'm going to show you my coordinates. So let's actually talk about these. there's the FPS count up here, which I'm not really going to talk about, the what version and vanilla, the CPU, the GPU, but you don't really need to worry about this. It's useful when you have encountered a silverfish. I'll talk about that mob later, just not in today's video. But then you'll see this right here. X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. And that's the coordinates. So you can see where my house is at. Well, at least the entrance is at. Now, I recommend placing the crafting table in the first hole you made. This just makes it look a lot more clean and allows you to have more room down here for things that you need, like storage, a farm. Later on, you can add a farm in up here and other stuff, because you can be really worried about space, and you should be. Next, with our last 2 sticks, we're going to throw it in the crafting table again, but instead of using wood, we're going to take our cobblestone and create a stone pickaxe. Put this in and create a furnace. Put it here, if you're following along exactly, which I don't recommend doing. Then we're going to head back in and craft some more sticks. There's 2 more recipes that I want to make, that you should make. An axe, this will be our main damage source, as right now, the wooden axe is the same as a diamond sword, so that's why this is our main damage source for now, as we really can't afford to spare the sword, which does less damage. And the last thing that we want to make is a shovel. A shovel is just nice to have. If you ever need dirt, you can just use your shovel and get a bit of dirt. Okay, so I just so happen to have found some stuff that we need. Animals. If you find 3 sheep on day 1, which hopefully you do find 3 sheep on day 1, we have the same color sheep, as that's how you make a bed. We found some cows as well. I just found some cows as well. I'm just going to take them out, as right now we don't really need a farm. And we really can't start a farm just yet either. I found another sheep, and, well, that's good to know. Well, here's a little something that you might want to know. As you can see, I have white and black wool. There's other colors of sheep. That's just the colors that I unluckily got. See, if I would have got 3 white wool or 3 black wool, I could have made a bed already on day 1. Which really sucks to know that I could have had a bed today. Set your inventory up however you like. It's always just a preference. And then just do this. Now, it's going to be a bit darker, so you can just head back up here. Oh, and a little axe mechanic. Now, I don't really care about birch trees, so I can just boop. And now they're all like this. And I can use that as a little marker for now. As blocks are a bit more scarce early on, I'm just going to use that as a little marker of where I am. As my base. Collect some wood. I've collected 6 logs. Now, that's how many I wanted to collect. So, luckily, that's how many I got. Throw 6 in here and use your wood in the bottom slot. The reason I'm going to use my wood in the bottom slot instead of my wood in the top slot, and oak logs in both slots, I'm going to throw my planks in the bottom as it's a bit cheaper. Now, we've got charcoal. Substitute that with the charcoal that you just made. as it gets to keep your wood. As you get to keep your wood. Now, since we're doing this, okay, you'll see this crafting recipe here. Click F and it will go into your offhand. Okay, so if you've watched this far, you're probably mostly done with your day. The sun should be getting pretty close to setting. Well, we're only building our base right now. And now, by the way, I'm going to put my mine here in the center. You can expand, and that's the main reason we choose a cave for our first base. Caves are decently stable, and, I've never really failed to get at least decent progress. Again, we're using the exact same seed, most likely, throughout all of this. I think it's best to use it for most of the day. But now your sun is setting. And unless you got a bed, really the rest of the day is over. All of your day is over if you didn't get a bed. Really, you're going to be spending a lot of time mining if you didn't get a bed. And I am one of the unlucky few who got an actually really good spawn, yes, but no bed. If I had an ocean, I could have won though. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes, perfect spawn. Perfect spawn. I just gotta find some squids and do not watch this portion of the show. Alrighty. Just found this black, and now we've got black wool, so we can make a black bed. That's really lucky of us. That's really lucky. We got really lucky, and of course I'm gonna take away some of these pigs and turn them into bacon. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's the end of the first episode. The first night episode. We got lucky. We had the perfect spawn. And that's what the first episode is mainly about. Getting a perfect spawn. So we can conclude it nicely with a bed. And that's what the first episode's all about. And your first night should be about getting pretty basic stuff. A few basic achievements like sweet dreams. And some other achievements. You should get around 4 easy achievements. Oh no, there's a monster in my base. And possibly even your first death. But day 1 should have been pretty much the exact